They said it was impossible. They said it didn't exist. They whispered in hushed tones, laughed behind screens, and spread doubts like wildfire. Every eye that glanced at your work, every ear that heard your voice, they labeled it fake before it even had a chance to breathe. And yet, here you stand, on the edge of disbelief and revelation, knowing that the truth does not bend for anyone, that reality will always fight its way to light. The world tried to cage you in their skepticism, to silence the spark that burned inside you. But they underestimated the force that drives someone who refuses to bow, who refuses to settle for half-truths, who refuses to let lies linger unchallenged. Today, you are not just a witness to truth. You are its herald, its unstoppable, undeniable proof. If you're feeling that fire, if you're sitting there thinking, this world doesn't understand me, they think it's all fake, then pause for a moment and imagine the impact when your voice finally breaks through. Imagine the moment when every eye that doubted, every voice that scoffed, has no choice but to watch as the reality they denied unfolds in real time. That is your moment. And if this message resonates with you, I want you to hit that like button, because every like is a spark that fuels not just me, but you, the fire inside you, and comment below. Tell me your story of being doubted. Tell me how they called it fake until you showed the world your truth. Subscribe, not because you owe it to me, but because the journey of exposing the real, the raw, the undeniable, is something that belongs to all of us who refuse to bow to disbelief. They tried to define you by their disbelief. They framed your courage as delusion, your dedication as obsession, your vision as fiction. But courage isn't built in the comfort of agreement. It is forged in the harsh furnace of skepticism. It grows in the shadows of doubt. It thrives when every voice in the room tells you you cannot. And when you step forward, when you let the world see, live, undeniable, that truth you've carried quietly, you become more than a witness. You become a force. Because there is a moment in every battle, a point where whispers become roars, where silence becomes testimony, where doubt meets its reckoning. That moment is yours. The world may have laughed, may have scrolled past, may have clicked away, but nothing can erase the gravity of showing the unseen, exposing the hidden, revealing the proof that was always there, waiting for courage to set it free. You see, every accusation of fake is not just a challenge, it is an invitation. It is an invitation to dig deeper, to prove beyond the shadows, to confront the skepticism not with anger but with evidence, with clarity, with undeniable reality. And when you broadcast it, when you drop it live for everyone to witness, there is a visceral shift. People lean in, not because they expected it, but because nothing can prepare the human mind for undeniable proof. They feel the tremor of truth that shakes their preconceptions. And in that moment, there is power, not the kind that seeks revenge, but the kind that commands respect, demands recognition, and declares, without apology, that reality cannot be fabricated by opinion. Do not fear the weight of doubt. Do not fear the faces that turn away, the clicks that dismiss, the headlines that scream disbelief. All of it is noise, background to the symphony of what is real. Every mocker, every critic, every skeptic is a witness to the magnitude of what you are about to release. And when you go live, when the camera rolls and the world watches, it is not just exposure, it is liberation. Liberation from the chains of disbelief, from the shadows of judgment, from the silent, insidious pressure to conform. You are no longer hiding behind whispers. You are standing in the light of undeniable evidence, and the world will feel it. Every screen will carry it. Every heart will sense it. every mind will reckon with it. Remember, truth has a weight that no narrative can negate. Lies are fragile, built on perception and assumption. But the reality you hold is durable, immovable, unstoppable. And the moment you place it before the world, live in full visibility, that weight shifts the landscape. Those who doubted are forced to see, those who ignored are compelled to listen, and those who whispered fake can no longer hide behind the safety of disbelief. That is the beauty of exposure. It does not require permission. It does not seek approval. It merely is, and its presence is enough to rewrite every assumption. You are the bridge between what was dismissed and what cannot be denied. You are the proof that persistence matters, that preparation matters, that courage in the face of mockery is not folly. It is the very essence of transformation. Every hour you spent preparing, every quiet moment of verification, every painstaking detail you held onto, was leading to this exact convergence. The moment when exposure is not just possible, but inevitable. And when you step into it, the darkness that tried to bury your work is illuminated by the fire of validation. Do not underestimate the effect of witnessing. One live moment, one undeniable revelation, can shift minds that decades of argument could not. People do not fight facts, they only fight perception, until perception is dismantled with evidence they cannot ignore. And in that dismantling, there is power, not just personal, but universal. Because you are sending a message that reality cannot be silenced, that truth does not bend for comfort, that skepticism is temporary, but evidence endures. And here is the hardest truth. The louder they call it fake, the greater the impact when you prove otherwise. Every naysayer, every cynic, every critic who sneered from the safety of distance becomes part of your story. They are the counterweight that your evidence lifts from the realm of rumor to the realm of undeniable fact. And in that lift, there is a satisfaction deeper than applause, deeper than acknowledgement. It is the satisfaction of knowing that nothing, no amount of disbelief, no tidal wave of denial could stop the emergence of what is real. Do not fear exposure. Do not fear the attention, the scrutiny, the inevitable questioning that follows. The storm is temporary. The proof is eternal. When you go live, you are not performing for anyone. You are revealing for everyone. And the beauty of revelation is that it speaks louder than words. It resonates longer than argument, and it cannot be erased by opinion. What you present in that live moment is not a narrative. It is a testament, a declaration, a permanent mark that truth, once revealed, reshapes everything around it. You must embrace patience, for the world may not understand immediately. Some will continue to resist, some will deny, some will cling to what they wished was true. But your persistence, your consistency, your unwavering commitment to reality will not be denied forever. Because truth has gravity. It pulls, it settles, it eventually compels recognition. And when the world finally bows to the evidence, when disbelief is replaced by acknowledgement, that is when you feel the full weight of what it means to expose, to reveal, to stand live and unshaken before everyone who ever doubted you. And never forget, the moment you go live, you are no longer alone in the fight. Every person who has been silenced, every story dismissed, every fact questioned, every truth buried under layers of disbelief is represented by your courage. You become not just an individual revealing, but a vessel for collective vindication. Your bravery amplifies countless quiet voices, and your exposure becomes a ripple that can shake institutions, perceptions, and hearts. The impact is real. the consequences inevitable, and the proof everlasting. So step forward, not with arrogance, but with certainty. Not with vengeance, but with clarity. Not with fear, but with resolve. The camera does not judge, the world does not define, and your truth does not need validation. Yet it demands acknowledgement. And in that acknowledgement, the world shifts, if only a fraction, toward understanding, toward clarity, toward reality that cannot be silenced by mere opinion. Every second you wait is another moment that the doubters claim to own. Every hesitation is an invitation for disbelief to linger. But the moment you hit live, the narrative changes. You are no longer the subject of gossip or speculation. You are the author of revelation. And every eye that watches, every mind that considers, every heart that witnesses becomes part of the reckoning. The moment is yours. Because here is the ultimate truth. The world will call what you do fake until it cannot. Until you expose it, until you reveal it, until the undeniable proof is staring them in the face, it will remain a rumor, a whisper, a shadow. But you who prepared, you who persisted, you who dared to stand against disbelief, you are the one who turns whispers into truth, shadows into evidence, skepticism into acknowledgement. That is the power of exposure. That is the strength of going live. That is the triumph of unwavering dedication. And when they finally see it, when the silence after doubt is broken by the weight of evidence, it will not just be your victory. It will be a declaration to everyone watching. Do not dismiss what you cannot yet see. Do not underestimate what you have not yet understood. And never forget that the truth always finds a way to the surface. You do not need permission to reveal reality. You do not need approval to expose the undeniable. You do not need validation to stand live, because your proof is louder than opinion, stronger than disbelief, and eternal against the fleeting murmurs of doubt. So, step forward, ignite the evidence, release it live, and let the world witness. Let the skeptics see. Let the critics reckon. Let the naysayers finally understand. This is your moment. This is your truth. And no matter how loud they claim it is fake, no matter how long they resist, no one can undo the power of reality once it has been revealed. They called it fake. They whispered it. They projected it across every platform, every space where judgment thrives. Every comment, every post, every subtle smirk from those who thought themselves arbiters of reality was meant to break you. But the truth has a rhythm, a pulse that beats louder than skepticism, that thrives under pressure, that refuses to bend. Every accusation thrown your way was not the end. It was the prelude to the revelation. Every naysayer, every doubter, every person who turned away, expecting to see nothing, became part of the audience waiting, unknowingly, for the moment when the undeniable would shatter their disbelief. And that moment, my friend, is a force unlike any other. A dark, thrilling power that swells inside when preparation meets opportunity, when courage meets patience, when truth meets exposure. You must understand something. Being called fake is not an insult. It is a recognition of the threat you pose. When the world calls you fake, it is admitting in its own hesitant, fearful way that what you have is real, that what you carry cannot be ignored. It is an acknowledgement of potential, hidden in disguise. And so, when you finally go live, when the proof unfolds before eyes that refused to see, there is a satisfaction unlike any other. Every viewer becomes a witness, every comment a ripple of recognition, every share a testament to the reach of reality itself. So I urge you, as you feel that fire in your chest, to hit like, because every like is a signal that the journey is worth it. Comment below. Tell the world your story, your doubts, your triumphs. Subscribe because this journey is not a solitary one. It is a call to everyone who has ever been dismissed, overlooked, doubted, or labeled impossible. You are the voice of reality made visible, and your courage inspires countless unseen fighters in their own battles. Do not fear the weight of anticipation. The world may have doubted you for years, but anticipation is not your enemy. It is the canvas on which triumph paints its masterpiece. Every second of skepticism, every whisper of disbelief, every dismissive glance is fuel. And when you step into the frame, live, you convert doubt into spectacle. You transform disbelief into awe. You do not shout, you reveal. You do not force acceptance, you prove it. And when that proof lands, when reality hits like a silent storm, it is irreversible. Those who labeled your work fake will have no choice but to confront it. Those who doubted will be forced to reckon. And those who merely watched, quietly, secretly hoping for confirmation, will feel the gravity of what you have achieved. There is a subtle beauty in exposing truth. It does not scream, it does not plead. It simply exists, undeniable, unshakable, uncompromising. Lies are loud, crafted to distract, designed to confuse, built on the fragile foundation of opinion. Truth is quieter, steadier, patient, and the beauty of going live is that the quiet truth cannot be ignored when it arrives. Your audience will see it, feel it, recognize it in ways they cannot unsee. And the weight of that recognition, subtle at first, grows into something almost tangible, an acknowledgement, a shift, a moment that changes perception forever. Consider the magnitude of the act. Each time you hit live, you are not just presenting evidence, you are rewriting the narrative. Every skeptic who once dismissed you as foolish, every cynic who scoffed at your dedication, every voice that tried to cage your vision is now forced to confront what they could not imagine. And the ripple effect spreads farther than your immediate audience. Truth, once revealed, moves. It seeps into conversations, reshapes assumptions, challenges complacency. The live moment is not a solitary declaration. It is the ignition of a movement. Subtle at first, unstoppable as it grows. You may feel fear, hesitation, doubt creeping in. That is natural. Every revolutionary act of exposure carries with it shadows of insecurity. But remember, fear is a companion to courage, not its enemy. The very fact that you feel it, that your heart races as the world watches, is proof that the stakes are high and the impact immense. Do not shrink, do not falter. Your evidence, your reality, has waited patiently for this exact convergence. The moment when doubt is confronted with certainty, when whisper is met with broadcast, when disbelief meets undeniable proof. And when that moment arrives, it is not just a victory, it is a transformation. Every detail you prepared, every quiet night of diligence, every painstaking effort that the world could not see, is part of the spectacle of exposure. The live reveal is not just the culmination, it is the manifestation of perseverance. And there is a certain satisfaction in that, a quiet, almost haunting joy in knowing that those who said fake are powerless in the face of what you finally show. Their words, their assumptions, their laughter, all dissolve in the gravity of evidence. You are no longer fighting perception, you are presenting reality. And reality does not negotiate, it prevails. You may ask yourself, what if they still refuse to see? What if some hearts remain closed? And the answer is simple. You do not control perception, only revelation. You cannot force acknowledgement, only deliver evidence. Your duty is to expose, to reveal, to illuminate. The consequences of that exposure ripple far beyond personal satisfaction. They shake assumptions, challenge biases, and spark the recognition that reality cannot be fabricated. And in that ripple, even those resistant to acknowledgement cannot remain untouched. Think of the long game. The world may not change instantly, but seeds of truth, once planted, cannot be ignored. Every live moment of exposure is a seed. Every undeniable proof is a spark. And those sparks, collected, witnessed, remembered, grow into a fire that reshapes understanding. What was once dismissed as fake becomes a lesson in perseverance, a testament to courage, an emblem of resilience. And when you finally step back, observing the magnitude of what you have unleashed, there is a quiet pride, a recognition that you were not just a participant, but a catalyst. Exposure is not merely an act, it is a responsibility to truth, to those silenced, to the unseen witnesses who waited for validation, to every shadowed corner where doubt thrives. When you present your evidence live, you are not performing for applause, you are standing as an emissary of reality, a bearer of clarity, a force that reshapes perception simply by existing. And that responsibility, weighty as it may feel, is also a privilege. Few are given the opportunity to confront disbelief with certainty. Few are chosen to turn whispers into undeniable testimony. As you prepare, breathe in the gravity of what you carry. The world has attempted to diminish it, to silence it, to declare it fake. That was never a measure of your truth. It was a test of your endurance, your patience, your commitment. And tests are meant to be overcome. The live moment is your triumph. The realization that skepticism cannot outlast preparation, that denial cannot withstand evidence, that opinion cannot erase reality. You are not here to argue. You are here to reveal. And revelation is irresistible. Every second of hesitation is a second the world remains in ignorance. Every moment you delay is a chance for doubt to persist. But when you act, when you reveal, when you go live, the tide turns. Not instantly, not perfectly, but inevitably. Evidence has a rhythm of its own, a force that moves quietly, but cannot be stopped. And in that force, you become more than yourself. You become the embodiment of undeniable proof. Do not underestimate the eyes that watch. Those who once turned away may lean in. Those who mocked may reconsider. And those who never believed may finally recognize the gravity of what they ignored. Exposure is both intimate and expansive. It pierces the small space of a single screen while reverberating across minds and hearts. Every viewer becomes part of the reckoning. Every comment, share, like becomes a witness to what courage and preparation can accomplish. Your courage is contagious. Your persistence inspires. Your revelation becomes a lesson in resilience, a masterclass in defying disbelief. And the darkest critics, the harshest skeptics, the loudest voices that once dismissed you, cannot erase the imprint of what is revealed. They may resist, they may deny, they may argue, but the truth you present will exist beyond their dismissal, waiting for recognition, undeniable, irrefutable, eternal. Imagine the moment. The screen lights up, the camera rolls, and every doubt, every whispered accusation, every shadowed claim of fake converges into a single explosive instant of truth. You are no longer a silent witness to skepticism. You are its reckoning. Every eye that had doubted, every mind that had dismissed, every heart that had ignored is now forced to confront reality as it unfolds, undeniable, raw, unfiltered. The silence that follows the revelation is not empty. It is thick with recognition, heavy with awe, a weight that sinks into the souls of those who once called your work impossible. That moment is electric, almost sacred, because it is the victory of persistence over doubt, of preparation over dismissal, of courage over fear. And yet there is more than personal triumph in this moment. You are not merely exposing what is real. You are shifting the fabric of perception. You are proving once and for all that the world cannot dictate reality, that opinion does not define truth, that skepticism is temporary, but evidence endures. Every share, every replay, every whispered conversation sparked by what you revealed is a thread in the tapestry of impact you are weaving. The live moment becomes a story that spreads beyond your immediate audience, touching those who may never know your name, but will feel the resonance of undeniable proof. You are the catalyst, the spark, the unstoppable force that transforms disbelief into acknowledgement. Do not underestimate the emotional weight of this journey. Every hour spent preparing, every detail checked, every painstaking moment of verification was not just effort. It was an investment in inevitability. And when the world sees it unfold live, they see more than evidence. They see dedication, resilience, focus, and the refusal to be silenced. You become the embodiment of what it means to fight against doubt, to stand firm in the face of mockery, to trust in reality when others trust only perception. That is a power that cannot be taken, a light that cannot be dimmed, a truth that cannot be denied. Some will still resist, some will still doubt, some will still cling to the comfort of denial. And that is fine. Truth does not need universal acceptance. It only needs to exist. The impact of exposure is not measured by applause or agreement. It is measured by the undeniable shift in perception, by the evidence that cannot be erased, by the quiet but permanent imprint left on every mind that witnesses it. And in that subtle, relentless influence lies the true magnitude of what you have accomplished. Consider this. Every act of exposure is a confrontation with inertia. The world prefers comfortable narratives, convenient lies, and the illusion of certainty. You, however, refuse comfort. You refuse the lie. You refuse the illusion. And in going live, you are performing a revolutionary act, an act that dismantles preconceptions, shatters skepticism, and forces recognition of reality. The live broadcast is your battlefield, and your evidence is the weapon that cannot fail. You do not need permission. You do not need approval. You do not need validation. Only the courage to show what is undeniably real. There is an art to this courage. It is quiet, disciplined, relentless. It does not seek attention. It demands acknowledgement. It does not shout. It proves. And the moment you release your truth into the world, live, that art is realized. The camera is impartial. The screen is unbiased. And your work speaks louder than any opinion, any dismissal, any fabricated narrative. You are no longer at the mercy of disbelief. You are its architect, its arbiter, its ultimate revelation. And then comes the aftermath, the ripple that spreads farther than you imagined. Those who doubted cannot undo what has been revealed. Those who mocked cannot erase what has been proven. Those who ignored cannot erase what has been exposed. Every viewer carries a fragment of that truth forward, whether they acknowledge it immediately or not. And in that ripple, you find a deeper satisfaction than applause. You find the knowledge that the world, however resistant, has been forced to witness reality. That is the power of live exposure, the permanent, unyielding impact of showing what cannot be ignored. Do not shrink from the responsibility this moment brings. It is heavy, yes, but it is also sacred. Few are given the opportunity to confront doubt so directly, to expose falsehoods so visibly, to demand acknowledgement with evidence so undeniable. You were prepared for this, and every moment leading up to it was shaping you for this exact convergence. And now, standing on the edge of revelation, you realize the magnitude of what it means to go live, to face disbelief head-on, to make skepticism powerless. Think of all those who watched silently while you were dismissed, all those who waited for confirmation, all those who quietly hoped someone would prove what they knew in their hearts. You are that someone. You are the answer to questions that could not be voiced, the proof that could not be documented, the truth that could not be ignored. And in delivering that truth, live, you become more than an individual. You become a symbol, a force, a reminder that persistence, preparation, and courage can shatter even the strongest walls of doubt. Every detail, every nuance, every carefully crafted piece of evidence now has its moment to shine. And in that shining, you are not only proving your own work, you are proving the principle that truth, no matter how long ignored, will eventually rise. Lies may be loud, deception may be pervasive, but reality is relentless, and its inevitability is unstoppable. The live reveal is the culmination, but also the beginning, because once truth is seen, it cannot be unseen, and the world begins to reckon with it in ways subtle and profound. So, step forward, breathe deeply, and release your evidence. Let the camera capture every second, every reaction, every proof, every undeniable fact. Do not worry about approval. Do not fear criticism. Do not anticipate dismissal. They have already spoken. They have already doubted. They have already called it fake. Now all that remains is for you to show the world exactly what they refused to see. And when that moment arrives, when reality hits like a wave of unstoppable force, the world will shift, even if only slightly, forever. Remember, this is not just your victory. This is a statement to every doubter, every skeptic, every voice that tried to diminish you. This is a beacon to every silent observer, every unseen believer, every person waiting for confirmation that courage and preparation are stronger than disbelief. And in that beacon, you will find a power that no criticism can take, no mockery can diminish, no opinion can alter. The truth you expose live becomes a force, a presence, an undeniable reality that cannot be erased. And in the end, when the moment fades, when the live broadcast ends, when the world begins to absorb what it has witnessed, you will realize the full magnitude of your achievement. Not just in what was revealed, but in what it represents, the triumph of persistence over doubt, of preparation over dismissal, of courage over fear, of reality over opinion. You have done more than expose. It is an awakening, a revelation, a transformation that ripples far beyond what you can see. Stand tall, exhale, and embrace it. The doubters have spoken. The skeptics have whispered. The world has labeled what you hold as impossible. And yet, you, armed with truth, with evidence, with courage, have shown them live what cannot be denied. That is power. That is victory. That is dark, unshakable, undeniable motivation. That is the moment when reality itself bows to perseverance, and nothing will ever be the same. And now, after all the preparation, all the waiting, all the doubt that clawed at your mind, the world stands on the edge of witnessing something it tried so hard to dismiss. Every skeptic, every critic, every voice that labeled your work fake is suddenly irrelevant, because proof does not ask for permission. It arrives, unstoppable, undeniable. When you hit that live button, something shifts, not just in the room, not just in the camera, but in the minds of everyone watching. There is a subtle tremor, a ripple that spreads silently at first, and then with growing certainty, a recognition that reality cannot be denied. And in that recognition there is power, the power to rewrite perception, to challenge every whispered disbelief, to confront the cynics with evidence they cannot ignore. You may feel a rush of adrenaline, your pulse racing, the weight of expectation pressing against your chest. That is not fear. It is proof that the stakes are real, that the moment is consequential, that the impact is greater than you can yet see. Every detail you have prepared, every late night, every painstaking check, every careful step forward converges into this instant of reckoning. The camera does not lie. The microphone does not hide. The world cannot ignore what you are about to show. And when the first undeniable fact hits, there is no turning back, no retreat, no, maybe it's not true. The moment itself demands acknowledgement. And then comes the beauty of observation. Every doubter who once laughed is now forced to see. Every critic who dismissed you is compelled to reconsider. And every silent observer, the one who quietly believed, who waited for proof without speaking a word, is finally vindicated, finally justified, finally witness to the triumph of persistence over disbelief. That is the weight of live exposure. It transforms not only perception, but belief, reshapes assumptions, and leaves a permanent mark on anyone who watches. Do not underestimate the subtle power of this act. Some may still resist. Some may cling to denial. Some may argue against what they cannot unsee. But truth does not require universal acceptance. It only requires presence. And when you go live, your presence becomes evidence, your courage becomes testimony, and your proof becomes unstoppable. Every skeptical whisper becomes irrelevant in the face of what has been revealed. Every mockery is silenced by reality. Every shadow of doubt is illuminated irreversibly by the light of undeniable proof. Consider the weight of history. Every great moment of exposure, every time the world has been forced to witness truth, has followed this pattern: preparation, persistence, courage, and then revelation. You are now part of that continuum. You are standing where others have stood before, and yet uniquely, undeniably, you are creating something original, a moment that will exist in memory long after the live broadcast ends. Your courage is not just personal, it is universal, a signal to everyone who has ever been doubted, overlooked, or dismissed. Perseverance matters, preparation matters, and truth always finds its way to the surface.